My sister wore a white dress to my wedding, but it backfired in the best way possible. My sister Brittany has always needed to be the center of attention. When we were kids, she'd have mysterious illnesses whenever I had birthday parties. When I graduated high school as valedictorian, she announced her engagement the same day. When I got my dream job, she suddenly decided to go back to college. So when I got engaged to David after 3 years of dating, I knew she'd pull something at my wedding. I just never imagined she'd show up wearing a white dress that cost more than my actual wedding gown. The morning of my ceremony, I was getting ready in the church bridal suite when my maid of honor, Ashley, burst through the door. "You need to see this," she said, pulling me to the window. There was Brittany in the parking lot, posing in a floor-length white silk dress with a cathedral train. She'd hired her own photographer who was taking glamour shots of her in front of our wedding decorations. She even had a bouquet of white roses that matched mine exactly. My mom was standing nearby, red-faced and arguing with her. "You cannot wear white to your sister's wedding ceremony. It's champagne," Brittany lied, spinning around so her train would fan out perfectly. Completely different color family. But here's where karma stepped in beautifully. Our wedding photographer Marcus was setting up his equipment when he noticed Brittany's photographer. He walked over to introduce himself, thinking maybe they could coordinate shots for the family photos. That's when he realized the guy wasn't a real wedding photographer. It was Tony, Marcus's former assistant, who'd been stealing equipment and clients for 6 months. Marcus had fired him after discovering Tony was undercutting his prices and using stolen camera gear. Brittany had found Tony online advertising cheap wedding photography services. She'd hired him specifically to document her accidentally stealing the spotlight at my wedding. She wanted professional photos of herself upstaging me that she could post all over social media afterward. Marcus immediately called the police, right there in our church parking lot with guests arriving for my ceremony. Picture this scene. I'm walking down the aisle in my actual wedding dress when sirens start wailing outside. Through the stained glass windows, everyone can see red and blue lights flashing across the church walls. Tony is getting handcuffed next to his camera equipment, which turns out was all stolen from various photography studios around town. Brittany is standing there in her white dress, crying and screaming about how this is ruining her special moment. My 90-year-old great aunt Helen, who has zero filter, stands up in the middle of my vows and announces to the entire congregation, "Well, I'll be damned, that girl finally got what she deserved." The whole church erupted in laughter. Even Pastor Williams was struggling not to smile while performing my ceremony. David squeezed my hand and whispered, "Best wedding entertainment ever." During the reception, Marcus felt terrible about the chaos disrupting our special day. As an apology, he offered to edit together all the security footage from the church parking lot. He created this incredible compilation video of Brittany's complete public meltdown. The footage showed her arguing with police officers while wearing a wedding dress to someone else's wedding, her dramatic sobbing, her trying to hide behind church bushes in her enormous white gown, Tony getting arrested in the background while wedding guests watched from the windows. Marcus posted it online with the caption, "Wedding photographer scammer gets caught at actual wedding." It went viral within hours, spreading across every social media platform. Brittany became an internet meme overnight. People were sharing it everywhere with captions like, "Main character syndrome meets reality," and "When you wear white to someone else's wedding and karma delivers instantly." The video got shared over 2 million times in 3 days. She had to delete all her social media accounts and change her phone number because strangers kept sending her wedding etiquette articles and sarcastic congratulations messages. Meanwhile, Marcus gave us his premium photography package, completely free as an apology. Our wedding album is absolutely gorgeous, and the story behind it makes every photo even more special and memorable. 6 months later, Brittany called me sobbing. The viral video had cost her a promotion at work. Her boss had Googled her name and found the wedding disaster footage during a background check. "I'm sorry," she cried. "I just wanted people to notice me for once in my life." That conversation changed everything between us. I realized Brittany wasn't just selfish or attention-seeking. She'd spent our entire childhood competing for attention because our parents always held me up as the perfect daughter. She felt invisible unless she was causing drama. We started going to family therapy together twice a week. It turns out her desperate need for attention came from feeling like she had to compete for love her whole life. Our parents had unknowingly created this dynamic. Now she's genuinely my best friend and David's favorite sister-in-law. And ironically, she got way more attention from that wedding disaster than she ever bargained for.